What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant, and you're watching Sub Urban Nerd. Now, today there's a decent amount of nerd news that I'm gonna tell you guys, so let's just go down the nerd rundown. All right. We start off with THR caught an interview with Casey Affleck with WEEI's Dale and Holly with Keith radio show. And in the interview, he kind of let it slip that Ben will not be suiting up for Matt Reeves' The Batman. Now, as far as concrete evidence, it's nothing really to me, because I'll tell you like this. Even though with family, they do kind of let some secrets slip. Because if you guys don't know who Casey Affleck is, you know, people watching this show might know him from winning Best Actor for Manchester by the Sea this year for the Oscars. So, but for the people that don't, he's Ben Affleck's freaking brother. So yes, he sort of has an inside scoop on what's going on in Ben Affleck's life. But at the same time, I'm going to tell you this. So many times, I've gone and been like, you know what? Boss is annoying the crap out of me. People getting on my nerves at my job. I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit. I've been at my job for 11 years now. I should have been quit, but I'm still here. So I'll tell you this. Ben Affleck may be frustrated, but at the same time, he loves being Batman. He has a bat cave in his basement of his mansion. The dude was born to be Batman. I'll tell you this much. At the Comic-Con this year, he even said it. He said he dressed up like a monkey or dressed up like an ape to be in Matt Reeves' movie. So he does want to still do this. So I don't know how much I'm going to take Casey Affleck's, opinion or what he said, because he actually kind of took it back quick once he was caught, because he was on the show with let me see. So he was on the show, and he kind of took it back as soon as they was like, "Oh, is that breaking news?" And he was like, "Wait, no, like trying to backpedal." But as far as that goes, I ain't taking that too serious. Until it happens, that's when I'll believe it. Next report is, on Monday, reports came out that Tom Cruise injured himself performing crazy-ass stunt for his movie Mission Impossible 6. Now, Deadline reports he's sustained a broken ankle, and the production will need to shut down for at least 9 weeks. But the director, Christopher McQuarrie, spoke to Empire, and he confirmed that Cruise's broken ankle will not delay the movie. As far as my opinion on that, I kind of have like 3 things. 1, movies are shot out of order. Most movies are not shot the way you see them produced onto the film, onto the screen. They're shot in sections. And in fact, this ain't the first one. Before, Harrison Ford, when they were recording or filming for The Force Awakens, he got injured. He injured himself on the set, I believe, and had like same thing with like an ankle or his leg, and they kind of worked around it. All they have to do is just, because it's not recorded, and there's a lot of things happening in the film, so, even though Tom Cruise is the main character, and, Harrison Ford was an ensemble, but it's sort of an ensemble as well with Tom Cruise and the whole team. Like, the whole team of MI6 makes up Mission Impossible. Like, even though he's good and he's the main person in it, it's a camaraderie that makes that movie really good, and the way everybody works so good together, even though also the crazy ass stunts this guy does at his age, and it's just, I'm not even going on to that. But the second thing I put on that is, number 2, they use the time to polish it and edit. Like, if this is gonna make it better, like, maybe it's a blessing. Maybe if they rushed to get it out, it would have turned out like crappy or something like that. Who knows? The third one is, they don't have to rush this movie. There's no cinematic universe. So it's not like the Marvel or DC where they're trying to rush to get these things out and like, oh man, we got to do what we can to get it at this date. Everybody's gonna wait for whenever Mission Impossible 6 done. Like, it doesn't have to come out this year. Like, as long as it's not like 5 years, it's not, as long as they don't push it back like some Avatar crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're gonna do next year, it's like 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, and then all of a sudden, we don't care. As long as it's a good movie. And I'll tell you this much. They were talking before about, because of the shooting schedules, that Henry Cavill was going to have to get his mustache or beard or whatever, mustache CG'd off during the Justice League movie. And at least maybe with this, he won't have to get a CG off. He could just shave it, and then while they're doing other things, you know, he can grow it back, whatever. So hopefully that's the best thing. It kind of happens for this movie. So on to the next topic is, movies coming out. There's really only one major movie coming out this weekend, and it's called Logan Lucky. It was directed by Steven Soderbergh. He's also the guy that directed Ocean's 11's movie, so if you didn't know who that was, that's what it is. It's pretty much like a heist movie, which is something he does fairly well. Heist movie that happens during a popular racing thing. I don't know the full details. I don't want to go into too much, but you should kind of check it out. If you like his movies, if you like the Ocean 11's movies, maybe check it out and take a look. The other news that I'm going to talk about on a Nerd Rundown is Ron Howard. I really didn't want to talk about this because I don't think it's anything, but Ron Howard tweeted a picture from the set of the young Han Solo movie with the words, "The Empire looms large." The pic was a black helmet worn by Death Star troopers on the Death Star, and it was on a control panel. The big question is, everybody's asking, is the Death Star in the movie? My answer is, I don't care. I really don't. If it is, so be it. If it isn't, it doesn't matter. I'm focused on Han Solo's story. Just, you know, he's not going to interact with the Death Star because in the New Hope, he was like basically surprised at how big this is. Now, unless he sees it in fragments where it's not complete, it's like, you know, I doubt they're going to be stupid enough to make him see it before he actually sees it. So whether it is or not, it doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't. Now, I'm just gonna cut that off now because, like I said, I really didn't think it was news, but I saw it. Since this is a nerd channel, I figured talk about some nerd news. Star Wars is definitely nerd news. So the next on Nerd Rundown is the international trailer for the Ragnarok movie shows Doctor Strange in it. Newsflash, there was already talks of him being in it. Like, now this just confirms it. He was at the end of Thor was in the end of Doctor Strange looking for his father, Odin. So you kind of knew this was going to happen. They talked about it a while ago. Like, this isn't news to me, sorry. And if you're a true nerd, it shouldn't be news to you. But if it is, spoiler, by mistake, him being in it, I mean, I doubt it's going to be something big. It's not going to be something huge role. I doubt it. If it is, maybe, but it's going to be like the buddy cop thing with Thor and Hulk. And that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to them, you know, putting more vegetables in a pot, you know. So as far as that goes, some people feel that it was spoiling something, but to me, it doesn't really matter. As far as that's kind of all the news, but I kind of had some other things I want to talk to about. Xbox, there was one game when I first got the Xbox 360 that freaking grabbed my heart. It was Crackdown. Crackdown was like crack to me. And now they're saying that Crackdown 3 is going to get delayed till spring 2018. Granted, I don't have an Xbox One. So, that was game maybe. I know this ain't the game that everyone would think would get someone to buy the system, but I loved me some Crackdown. I even got the Crackdown 2. And granted, Crackdown 2 had more things, but it wasn't as good as the first one because the first one had personality. The characters you could build out had personal faces. Crackdown 2, it was all kind of generic. You just choose a different color. They all had helmets, so you weren't as so personal with it. But that's that. But the other news, pretty much for gaming, was Nintendo, the new NES Classic, the Mini. They're giving like a price point. It's about $80. People were pissed off because it came out and then it sold out like right away, and they kind of cut it off, which is kind of unprecedented because normally like companies want money, so if something's selling good, you would probably put more money into it, but with this they didn't do that, so I don't know. But as far as that goes, it's going to be small. It's $20 more than the NES, the small classic one bundle with the games, but it does come with an extra controller, so that might be where the extra the money, the $20 more came from. So as far as that's the nerd news. That's the nerd rundown for today. And I have a little special thing for tomorrow. I'm probably gonna Defenders comes out tomorrow. So I'm definitely going to try and do a review for each episode, probably over the weekend or so. But I'm going to try and give my opinion on all the all the Netflix Marvel shows that kind of led up to Defenders. So look forward to that. Also, if you like this video, like and subscribe. Down at the bottom, there's also my Patreon, my Kickstarter, and give me some advice. I take some criticism. If you like something, let me know. If you don't, let me know. I'm just starting this channel, so I'm trying to make this thing really good. A place where, like, you know, just nerds like us can get to and just to voice my opinion. So thank you guys, and tune in for the next episode. Alright?